guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be sharing an empties video with you, and once again I tell you guys this every single time, but I definitely want to start doing these more often because I have so much in my empties bin. Part of the problem is I have this huge bin, which by the way, I always get questions about this. I actually got this from a garage sale, so I really have no idea where you can find one like this. I have this giant glitter bin, which I absolutely love, but the only thing is it's so big, it can fit a lot of stuff. So I never think to do this until it starts to get full, and by then, I have a massive amount of product. So once again, let's just dive right in because this is going to be a long video. Let's begin with hair products because I do have quite a few. The first one is the Batiste Dry Shampoo. This is the blush one. I did get this from TJ Maxx. I actually need to go there and pick up some more. I did just buy another one from the drugstore, but they're a little bit more expensive there than when you can find them at TJ Maxx. This is one of my favorite dry shampoos. I like it because it's inexpensive, but it works really, really well. And it has a nice scent, but it's not like a overpowering scent or anything like that. It's just a really, really good dry shampoo. And as I mentioned, I did already repurchase. Yeah, I definitely think this is a good one. If you never tried it, you should definitely try it. And next up, I have a volumizing spray. So this is actually from Aveda, and they call this the Thickening Tonic. So this is a close-up of what it looks like. It is the Thickening Tonic, and I did get the travel size because I wanted to try it out without getting the full size. Sometimes I do that just to try a product when it's new for me to see if I like it. So I'm really glad that I did get just the travel size to try this because although it is a pretty good product, it is not my favorite product. And it's a little bit on the expensive side. It's not super expensive, but it is a little bit more of a high-end product. I don't like the scent of this. I feel like it has a kind of a weird smell. It's not awful, but it's not a nice scent. I like my hair products to have a nice scent, and this one was just okay. And then as far as thickening, I didn't notice a significant difference when I used this to when I didn't use this. And you have to be really careful because if you spray too much, it will leave your hair feeling crunchy, which I don't like at all. So I definitely will not repurchase this product. Next up, I have this is a root pump spray mousse. So I have had this forever, you guys. I have had this probably 3 years, way too long, and there is still a little bit of product left. I would say it's probably to about here, but I finally am just like, you know what, this is too old, I need to get rid of it. So this actually does a really good job of giving you volume at the root. The only problem I have with this product is I just don't like mousses, and so for that reason I didn't tend to gravitate towards using this. I prefer something that's more of a lightweight kind of a spray, but this definitely does give you volume. If you don't mind a moussey texture, you would really like this. I think the thing that gets me about a mousse is I don't like you know, a mousse will like come foam up in your hands and then you're supposed to rub it in at the roots, and I just don't like, I feel like it leaves my hands sticky and it's just messier, and I prefer a spray because you can just lift your hair and spray it right in, and it's just a little bit more convenient to use. So yeah, if you don't mind a mousse, I would say definitely try this if you're looking for something to add a little volume. Okay, and then the last hair product that I have in here is actually the Johnson's No More Tangles spray. I actually use this for my daughters, but I thought I would show you guys because this stuff works amazing. It is the only detangling spray that I have tried that actually will help detangle the hair, and you can use it wet or dry, which is really, really nice. My middle daughter, Kira, she has super long hair. Her hair is past her butt, and it's very, very fine and thin, very similar to my hair. It just tends to tangle very easily, so I have to use a detangling spray in her hair, and even then, her hair, you guys, it takes so long to comb it out, so this definitely is a lifesaver with her hair. Okay, I do have some body type products next to share with you guys. The first one here is from Tone. Is this from Tone? Yeah, I think the brand is Tone. It is called Pink Peony and Rose Oil Body Wash, and that's what it looks like. Honestly, I just grabbed this on a whim. I thought the packaging was cute and it just drew my attention in, so I went ahead and grabbed it. It worked pretty good. It is definitely more of a moisturizing body wash, so it does leave your skin feeling moisturized, and it had a nice scent as well. So I actually went through this super fast though, but I thought it was pretty good. I would repurchase this. Next up, I have this Bath & Body Works body butter. This is actually called the Intense Moisture Body Butter in pink chiffon. I have had this way too long, you guys, and I've been wanting so bad to get through this, but it was really hard to get through. I finally did. There's a little bit in there I could scrape off, but I feel like I did a pretty good job getting that out of there, and I'm so happy. I actually have a second scent of this on my nightstand that is almost gone. I just have some of the product that collects under the lip here that I have to use up in my other product, but I don't like these, you guys. I feel like, again, I know I've mentioned this in empties before because I've had other Bath & Body Works lotions in my empties, but I feel like their lotions and moisturizers and body butters leave my skin feeling dehydrated instead of moisturized. So I feel like they do the opposite of what they're meant to do, although they do smell nice. So if you like to layer your scents and you like to apply something like this maybe to your body and then put on like a body spray and then a fragrance to kind of layer your scents, you might like it. But as far as giving you moisture, no, definitely not. So I have told myself no more buying lotions from Bath & Body Works, and I'm just trying to get through the few that I still have left in my collection, which I think the one I have right now that I'm using might be my last one finally. So can't wait to get it out. And speaking of lotions, I do also have this hand lotion from Formula X. So this is the Formula X Hydrate Hand Cream. I love this hand cream, you guys. It's one of those very thick hand creams that really repair your hands. So my hands get extremely dry. Being a stay-at-home mom, I'm constantly washing my hands, and they get super dry, and this definitely helped to repair that dryness. So I definitely would consider repurchasing this. I am trying to get through a lot of lotions that I've had kind of saved up right now before I'm allowing myself to buy anymore, but this is one that I would recommend for sure. And then next up I have a bath product. This is the Dr. Teal's Pure Epsom Salt, and this is the lavender one. It's for Soothe and Sleep. This is my favorite one. I've been, right now I've been using the eucalyptus one, which is pretty good, but I still prefer this lavender one. So basically you just put some of this in the bathtub and you soak, and it helps to relieve stress. And Epsom salt is actually really good for helping to draw the toxins out of your body too. So I like to try to do an Epsom salt bath at least once a week. And yes, I would definitely repurchase this as well. So next up on the skincare side of things, I have this Michael Todd pumpkin facial mask. So this is actually, I don't know if it went bad or what's going on with it, but it's a pumpkin mask, but it smells awful, you guys. It does sort of smell like pumpkin, but it smells like a rotting pumpkin is what it smells like to me. So I think it went bad. Otherwise, if that's the scent that it naturally comes with, I'm not a fan of it. So either way, this is 3/4 full, and I'm going to be tossing it because I cannot force myself to put this on my face. It just, the smell, I just can't do it. So this is going in the garbage. It does say it has a 18-month shelf life, but I know I haven't had it that long, so who knows? I'm not sure. Let me know in the description box if you guys have tried this, if it has that kind of rotting smell to you, or maybe I just got a bad one. I really don't know, but it was just a small sample size anyways. But so I do have a few sheet masks to talk about this time. I didn't use as many this last like month as many as I usually use. I've been using more of my you know, potted face masks that you apply. I've been using more of those, trying to get some of those out of my collection, so I didn't use as many sheet masks this time around. All of these should look pretty familiar to you though. This is the Karuna Clarifying Mask. I've told you guys before, this is in every single empties. I love this mask. It is my all-time favorite mask of all the masks I've tried. I love this sheet mask. It's really good. So I definitely highly recommend that guy. And then I do have another one of these pomegranate masks from the Sephora collection. I think this is the last one I had of this one. I do really like this one as well. They did change their packaging, but I think that they still carry the pomegranate one, which is for anti-fatigue and energizing. So I do recommend that one. And then the last one I had in here, this actually came in a BoxyCharm. So this is from Pharmacy. It is the Hydrating Coconut Gel Mask, and it is for brightening. I actually got a box with 3 of them in there, so I've only used one so far. This was a little different. The last 2 masks that I showed you guys are both actual like paper masks. So they're made out of like a really fine paper and soaked in a serum, and then you lay it on your face. This one is actually, it's more of a gel mask. So it has that kind of gelatin kind of feeling to it. It's a little bit more slippery. It was a little difficult to apply, but they do have it like, let me set this down. They do have it sandwiched between two hard plasticky templates, and you're supposed to remove one side and then use the other side to guide it on your face. But I found that with the template on the one side, I couldn't get it on, so I had to remove both of the templates from both sides and then apply it, and it was much easier that way. But I actually really did like that mask as well. I can't wait to use the other two. Okay, so more skincare. There's a lot of skincare in here this time around. So next I have another mask. This one is from Glam Glow. This is their Youth Mud Tingle Exfoliant Mask. And I did already buy a full size of this as well. This is one that came from like the travel section of Sephora. But I really love this mask. It's one of my favorites. And yeah, I do highly recommend that. Okay, I was really sad to see this one get emptied, but this is from First Aid Beauty. It's the mattifying gel. It's an oil-free mattifying gel. It actually was, the way I used this was as my AM moisturizer. So I would use this prior to applying my makeup, and it helps to keep your skin matte throughout the day. And I definitely noticed huge differences in my skin when I was using this. My skin just didn't get as oily. I didn't notice as much oil buildup throughout the day, and I really, really liked this. I definitely will repurchase this guy. Next up, I have a eye cream. This is from Korres. This is the Evening Primrose Eye Cream. So this took so long to get through, you guys. I think I was using this for like 3 months. This took forever. For an eye cream, I felt like it just lasted forever. So I actually got this in a kit, I believe. I think I found it in a kit at TJ Maxx like last year. And I finally just got around to using it up. I thought this was okay. It was not one of my favorite eye creams. It was definitely hydrating, but other than that, I didn't see a whole lot of difference when using this eye cream. So it is not one that I would repurchase. Okay, I have another mini size face product. So this is from Algenist from the Genius line. This is the Ultimate Anti-Aging Vitamin C Serum. I think I had a miniature size of this in my last empties video. I keep getting them as a point perk. I actually really like this serum a lot. This is one that I would definitely purchase a full size on. I love the consistency of it because it's one of those that is a little thicker when you first pump it out, which allows you time to apply it all over your face. I feel like I like a serum to absorb quickly, but I don't want it to absorb quickly into my hands before I even get it on my face, if you know what I'm talking about. So this one was a little thicker, so I was able to really have time to apply it all over my skin, all over my face and neck. But then once I applied it, it did absorb very quickly, and it didn't leave like any sticky residue or anything like that. So it's one that I actually really enjoyed. Wow, this was definitely the skincare month for me because I have a lot of skincare in here. Next up, I have another First Aid Beauty product, and this was another one I got in gratis. This is the Vitamin Hydrating Mist. So this was so great, you guys. What I liked to use this for, because it's a vitamin mist, I would use this right after I cleansed my skin, or when I had clean skin before I applied a face mask, just to kind of really quickly refresh and hydrate the skin. It absorbs quickly into the skin, and it's just a really nice, refreshing mist, and I definitely would suggest this one. This is one that I will repurchase in the future as well. Next, I have a little sample packet here that I used up. This is from the Dr. Brandt. It's the 3D Filler Mask. So this mask, I really want to get a full size of this, but it's super expensive. It's close to $100. I think it's like $90 or something like that. But it is a very good anti-aging mask. It's supposed to really help to firm and replump up the skin. So if you have fine lines or wrinkles, it's really like marketed towards the lines that we all get right here as we age, kind of those frown lines or whatever. but it's supposed to really help to replump the area. So I actually really enjoyed this. I actually got 2 uses out of this packet, but I definitely will eventually get the full size. Okay, another kind of skincare product. This is from from Fresh. It's the Sugar Lip Treatment. And this was just a baby size, but this took me so long to get through. I finally got through that guy. I actually do really like this. I didn't like it at first. Like the first few times I used it, I was like, I don't understand why it's so expensive. But as you start using it more, you'll notice a difference more. So if you pick this up, give it some time. You have to give it at least 3 or 4 days to really start to feel a difference, but it definitely helped to hydrate my lips and keep them feeling plump and hydrated. So I do actually really recommend these guys. Next up, another mini size. This is the Lancome Advanced Genifique. This is like it's kind of like a serum, but they market it as a pre-serum serum, so you can use this and then use a serum after it. So it's supposed to be able to add to any skincare regimen. You can just add this in, and it's supposed to just kind of amplify the effects that you get from your other products. So I actually got this as a set, so I received the full size of this and a mini eye cream and then this baby size for travel, and I just went ahead and used this guy up to get it out of there. I'm so far really liking it. I actually use the full size one at night before I use my nighttime serum, so far I really enjoy it. Another product you guys have seen in many empties before. This is the Algenist Genius Melting Cleanser. This is one of my favorite melting cleansers. I really love this one. I definitely will repurchase this, but right now I'm trying to get through a couple other oil cleansers that I have. But in case you're not familiar, this is like an oil cleanser, but it comes out more like a thicker oil cleanser, so it's not runny, it's a little thicker, and you apply it to dry skin and you just rub it all over your face and it melts away, it breaks up the makeup, melts it away, and then as you rinse it off, it just rinses away all of the makeup that you have on. So I use this as a pre-cleanser. After I remove my makeup with this, I'll go in with my Clarisonic and another cleanser. But I really do like this one a lot. This is probably the 3rd full size I've gone through. I have another travel size product. I have a lot of those in there this time. So this is from Shiseido. This is the Benefiance Wrinkle Resist Intensive Eye Contour Cream. You guys, I loved this. I really was sad when this ran out, and actually for a travel size, this lasted quite a long time. I was able to get probably 2.5 weeks of use out of this, and it's just a really good product. I definitely noticed a difference with my under eye area. There was it just kept it super hydrated, so I wasn't getting those little fine lines, and I just really enjoyed this a lot. I definitely recommend this one, and I'm definitely gonna get a full size of this once I get through some of the other eye creams that I already have. Next up, I have another mini size product. This is from Origins. This is the Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream. So this one is actually like an eye cream and a brightener built into one. So it does have kind of a shimmery pinkish color to it, so it helps to kind of brighten the eye area as well as hydrate it. This was okay for me. I don't think that I would purchase a full size of this. I didn't notice any spectacular difference in my skin after using it, so I think it did a little bit more of covering rather than treating, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I definitely won't repurchase that guy. Okay, I have a few miscellaneous products to show you guys, and then we'll get into the makeup. There's a lot of makeup in there this time. So first of all, I have one of these fragrance mists. You guys know I've been trying to get rid of these, and I'm trying to get at least one a month out of my collection. I think I'm doing pretty good. This one is from Victoria's Secret. Is the Pure Seduction. This was one of my favorite ones that I've used up. It actually has a really nice floral scent, but it's not like overpowering. It's just a really nice soft floral, and I love using this as a room mist. And then I have this little empty here. This was some cotton rounds from the Equaline line. I believe this is from Albertsons. I think it's Albertsons generic line. But yeah, these were just cotton rounds. They were okay. They're a little firm, so I definitely did not like using these on my face. I only used these as like removing nail polish. So they did okay for that. It's so disgusting. But I also have this little guy here. This is the Liquid Beauty Blender Cleanser. I hated this. You guys, I really disliked this a lot. I don't like the packaging on it. I hate this kind of packaging on anything with the pump. I feel like it always gets everywhere. It goops up underneath here. As you can see, mine is a disgusting mess because by the end I was just like, get it out, and I was just doing my best to get rid of it, and I hate this. I think it's gross. So I will not purchase this again for sure, but I do love the Solid Bar cleanser from the same brand. This one, no. Along the same lines, I also have a beauty blender that I'm getting rid of now. This one is old, and as you can see, it just needs to go. So that one is going. I have 2 nail polishes that dried out on me. And the first one is the Simple Colors one, which I told you guys I was getting rid of in my, I think in my Use It or Lose It update. But this one has just gotten too goopy and it doesn't apply nicely anymore, so that I'm getting rid of. There's also this Sally Hansen Diamond Strength. I never was a huge fan of this anyways. As you can see, this is pretty full. I used it a few times and I never really liked it, and it's starting to separate, so time for that one. All right, all the last products are makeup. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of makeup. Let's start with the mascaras because there's a bunch in here. First up, I have my Tarte Opening Act Lash Primer. You guys know this is one of my all-time favorite. It is my all-time favorite lash primer. I love this stuff. I've gone through probably 3 tubes of this, and I will definitely repurchase this once I get through the lash primer I'm using right now. So that guy is gone. Next up, this Roller Lash from Benefit. I actually really liked this, and I was a little surprised. I didn't think I would because the wand is not a wand I typically gravitate towards as one of those kind of rubberized wands, but I actually liked this quite a bit, so I definitely would consider purchasing this one again in the future. I have another one of my L'Oreal Voluminous. I feel like these are in every single Empties too. This is my favorite drugstore mascara. It is a really good drugstore. It's very similar to the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So if you like that one, try this because they're very similar. And then the last mascara in here was from Blink. This is the Amplified Mascara. I talked about this in my last Shop My Stash. I hated this. This was horrible, you guys. Definitely don't recommend this mascara. What happens is it tubes your lash, so it's supposed to go like 360 around your lash and create like a tube effect. The problem is after one coat, it does, you know, tube your lash, and then you can't apply additional coats because it can't adhere to your lash. So you get one coat out of it, and with my wimpy lashes, I need a lot more than one coat. I usually do 3 or 4 coats minimum, and this just did not work for me. And then I found that because it has those little tubey things, those ended up like falling out all underneath my eye, and then I had this little chunky fallout under my eye, and it was a huge mess. Definitely don't recommend. I have a couple liquid liners that dried out on me. The first one is from Kat Von D. This is the inked liner in Baudelaire. It's like a really nice dark navy blue. I really liked this for like a pop of color, a little bit of fun. It's a really good liner. The only thing about these, because they're felt tip, they do tend to dry out pretty quickly. So you got to use it up pretty fast because it does dry out on you. And then the Stila one also dried out on me. This is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Liner. I was actually able to use this for probably about 3 months. So it did okay. A lot of people love this liner. This is one of the top selling liners when I worked at Sephora. I prefer the Kat Von D one to this one. I don't think this one is quite as good as the Kat Von D. I found with this one, it's very pigmented and it does have a really nice fine tip, but on my eyes, this one would bleed. So I would get those little bleed marks, and it just wasn't my favorite, but I did end up using it up because it's okay. I have a couple lip products. This one is actually a conditioning plumping balm. I actually got this at the Dollar Tree. I only used this a few times, but I'm gonna get rid of it because it absolutely did nothing for me. It doesn't plump at all in my opinion. It just looked like a clear gloss and not a very good one, very sticky, so I'm just gonna go ahead and toss that. Then I have this Buxom gloss that I used up completely. This is the White Russian gloss, and that guy is totally used up, so I'm throwing that away. I also have this Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. I finally got through this. That took so long to get through, even though it is just a sample size. I actually really like this bronzer. It does lean a little bit warm, but it is not too orange or anything like that. So I definitely would use this not as a contour, but more as a bronzer to really warm up the face. But it is a pretty good bronzer as well. And my last empty, this is from Stila. This is the Set and Illuminate Baked Trio. I did end up removing, there was a sifter on top. I ended up removing that so that I could get through this product completely. This product was a beautiful product. I'm really sad that they don't sell it anymore because I really enjoyed using this one, but I used it all up and I feel really good about getting it out of my collection. Those were all of my empties for this time around. I know, again, it's a lot of product, you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this whole video, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you have questions or comments, make sure to leave those below for me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.